Corpse Convention. Newlyweds Sam and Grace Allison arrived in New York the first night of their honeymoon, only to meet difficulty in finding lodgings. After calling a dozen hotels and finding no vacancies, they were getting a little desperate. But their 13th call to a small midtown side street hotel, the Marta, did the trick. They were told a room would be awaiting them upon arrival. The instant they entered the lobby, though, an inexplicable feeling of foreboding chilled them. The place held the musty odor, the deathly quiet and stillness of a tomb.
I've been ringing this bell for a full 5 minutes. Where in the blazes is the clerk?
Sam, something's wrong here. These people in the lobby aren't moving. They just sit and stare, like dead creatures. I'm frightened, Sam. Let's get out of here, quickly.
And spend the night on a park bench? We've called just about every other hotel in town and couldn't get in. We've got to stay here, tonight, at least.
Sam, look. It was Thursday night when we arrived here, but it's midnight now. It's Friday the 13th, Sam, the unluckiest day of the year.
Honey, I didn't know you were that superstitious. If that room clerk doesn't show up soon, we'll...
Here I am, sir. You're Mr. and Mrs. Allison, I presume.
What? Where did you come from?
Had to leave the desk for a moment, sir. Hope you good people aren't superstitious, because the only room available is on the 13th floor. Room 1313. Quite the coincidence, eh?
No, Sam. That would be tempting too much. All those 13s?
Nonsense, dear. We have no choice.
I'll have someone carry your bags upstairs. Boy! Front, boy!
Something's wrong here, Sam. Terribly wrong. I can sense it. Look, the indicator doesn't show any 13th floor and I can hear the elevator moving, yet the indicator arrow remains still.
Of course, ma'am. Indicator was made that way for the benefit of superstitious people. It's that way in all hotels. But there has to be a 13th floor, even if it's labeled the 14th. And the indicator is broken. Does that solve your mysteries, eh?
Floor 13, sir.
But you said that the 13th floor was labeled the 14th and oh, never mind. I guess I'm just confused. Sam, listen. It sounds as if someone's being murdered in there.
Pay no attention. Probably just a wild party.
Welcome! You must join our suicide club tonight in our annual festival of death. Come!
No, let's go.
Not yet, you fool. Get back in. Sorry you were frightened, folks. Every year, on Friday the 13th, a group of people who like to defy superstition hold a party here, in costume. Sometimes they get a little wild. That skeleton costume was very realistic, eh?
Sam, this room is a mess. And look at all the bad luck omens. A broken mirror, a hat on the bed, an open umbrella indoors.
You're right, honey. I'll have the place cleaned up. Boy, will you? Hey! What's he mumbling about by that window? Wait! Stop! You idiot! Don't jump! We're too late! He jumped and... Hey! What happened to him? No sign of him. He's vanished.
He should be down there in the courtyard, a crushed heap, but he isn't.
Something screwy is going on at this hotel, and we're getting out right now. Come on, sugar.
Getting dizzy. Everything's going black.
As Sam Allison, not knowing that his wife has fainted, steps out of the room, a gust of wind from the open window slams the door shut.
What? Grace? Open up! What's the trouble? Grace, why don't you answer me? Grace! I'd better go down to the desk and get a key. I rang the bell for an elevator, but none came. Grace may have had a heart attack or something, just as the door slammed shut in our room. Say, things look different here in the lobby. The same people are here, but they seem alive and normal. And there's a different desk clerk on duty.
Swiftly, Sam Allison told his story. Then,
Sorry, sir, but you must be mistaken. There wasn't any other clerk on here at midnight. We have no bellhop answering that description either. Nor do we have a 13th floor. Actually, nor a room 1313. Couldn't rent it. Too many people are superstitious. So you see...
You're the one who's mistaken. Give me the register. I'll show you.
There. Now are you convinced that you're not even registered here?
I don't understand. That isn't even the same registry book. Yet, you say there is no other? I'm not getting anywhere here. I'll leave, then re-enter the hotel the back way. I'll get into Grace if I have to smash the door down.
a few minutes later, Sam Allison returns to find.
There is a 13th floor. That strange clerk downstairs must have been lying. But why? What's the angle to all this? That voice, coming from the room where the suicide club was holding its party.
Our prospective new member, Grace Allison, is very pretty. We'll be proud to have her become one of us.
Open up in there! You've got my wife! I want to see her! I'll break the door down!
No need of that, my friend. We'll be glad to have you join us. You arrived just in time to witness the beginning of our formal ceremonies.
The bellhop, and the elevator operator, and the desk clerk. They've all become skeletons. Grace, what are they doing to you? Let me go, blast you.
Be calm, Mr. Allison. Let me explain. You see, the original owner of this hotel was a man like yourself who didn't believe in superstitions. He included a 13th floor and even a room 1313 in this building. But then a lot of freak fatal accidents began to happen on this floor, and particularly in room 1313. And also to the owner's family. The hotel soon earned a bad reputation. The owner went broke and into debt, worried himself sick.
I don't care about any of that. Let me get to my wife. She's so pale, so still.
Then, sick in mind, this hotel owner gathered together a group of other depressed men and formed a suicide club. On Friday the 13th, they held a wild party. Then, on the stroke of midnight, they all went to room 1313 and flung themselves from the window into a mass suicide. Now, every year on Friday the 13th, we hold a reunion here, and if we can get a new victim to join our group, we'll all be brought back to life for 1 month.
You're trying to make Grace, my wife, that victim. No, you can't.
Don't be too sure. Watch! Rise up, Grace Allison! Now that you've heard our supernatural incantations, go and do as we ordered. The spell has taken effect!
Wait! Stop her! Let me go! Where is she? She's walking right through the door! I've got one hand free. There's something in my pocket. A gift from the minister who married Grace and me. That might have some power over these cursed creatures.
The good book? No! Take it away! It is the one thing we fear!
It worked! I'm free! Now to get Grace. No sign of Grace. My only hope is that she went back to our room. No answer to my knock. I'll have to break it in. Ooh! Good grief! She's going to jump! Grace! No! No! Wait! Stop!
Leave me alone. I've got to do it. Some power beyond my control is compelling me to do it. Get away!
You can't, Grace. I won't let you. I have to do this. Do something to snap her out of the evil spell they've cast upon her.
Oh!
Thank heaven it worked. She snapped out of it.
Sam, what happened? I feel so confused, dizzy, sick. After you left the room, Sam, I must have fainted. When I came to, I seemed to feel faint, suffocating. I went to the window to get some air and...
It's all right now, darling. It's all right.
You seem awfully upset, honey. Did something happen while I was passed out?
No, it's all right, Grace. Forget it. She doesn't seem to remember any of the other. Perhaps it'll be best that she never knows about it.
Sam, look. The door's completely disappeared. There isn't any room 1313 anymore.
Yes, I see. Please, let's not try to figure it out now, dear. Let's just get out of here.
After ringing and waiting for an elevator to stop, Sam and Grace decided to use the stairs. Out in the stairwell, they discovered...
It happened here, too. There's no entrance to the 13th floor. It's been sealed up.
I can't stand much more of this. Please, let's hurry and get away from here, Sam. Sam, the lobby looks different now.
Shh. Don't stop to talk now. Let's get out of here first. We'll go right to the station, Grace. We'll head for the Long Island shore to spend the rest of our honeymoon.
How did you folks enjoy your stay at the Marta? Strange place. Most people don't know the history of the hotel. Or they probably wouldn't put up there.
What do you mean?
Some years ago, the original owner went broke. He and a bunch of gloomy investors formed some kind of suicide club. They all mysteriously vanished from a party they were holding one night. No trace of them was ever found. 13th floor was sealed up after that. Never been used since. Strange, eh?
A few moments later, the driver handed back the evening paper for them to read.
Oh, is this tonight's paper? Why, it's dated the 14th.
Of course, lady. That's today's date. Saturday, the 14th.
Did you hear that, Sam? We lost a whole day there at the hotel. There's more to what happened than you've told me.
Yes. Maybe someday I'll tell you the whole story. But right now, all I can say is that I'll never kid you again about your superstitions.
The end.